Hello friends, myself Rahul Kumar Misra from Diplomatic Guru YouTube channel. Today we had to see past indefinite tense. As you know, I have told you earlier, present indefinite tense is hardest tense in the tense in English grammar. But past indefinite tense is easier than present indefinite tense because there is no role of SRES, there is no role of do and does. So it is easier than present indefinite tense. But its important is too much because when we are going to the past of the any sentence, we have a number of the habits or action that has been happened in the past, so that sentence will go into the past indefinite tense. So there is a definition has come, a number of the definition there are: ta tha, ti thi, te the, ya, ye. Such a definition is made by the English trainer, but these are definition is totally wrong. Once again I am going to pressurize on this sentence. This definition is totally wrong. If we have to recognize the past indefinite tense, it is very simple. There are two characteristics of the past indefinite tense. First one is past habits and second one is the past action. All your habits that belongs to the your past, so that sentence will go into the past indefinite tense. And your past action, what you have done in the past time, so that sentence will go into the past indefinite tense. So let us see how we have to understand about it. Past indefinite tense, there is a past habits and past action. Past habit, as I told you, all your habit, your not present habit. If you have present habit, that will go to the present indefinite tense. But your past habit, that habit was the part of your life, so that habit will go into the past indefinite tense. And second one is the past action. All work you have done in the past or happened with you in the past, that sentence will go into the past indefinite tense. These are two characteristics about this tense. In this tense, when we see the positive sentence, then we have a formula. That formula will be subject, second form of the verb, and then your object. So simple. There is no funda of singular subject or plural subject like present indefinite tense. So there is only subject, singular or plural, it doesn't matter here. Second form of the verb and then your object. The second form, this is the thing we have to understand. In the whole English grammar, the second form of the verb only used in positive sentence of past indefinite tense. Any other places, the second form of the verb will not be used. So it is point to be noted. Second form will be used only in positive sentence in past indefinite tense. So it is very easy to understand. Just as subject, then second form of the verb, and then your object. Just as I played football. So this is the subject. I played, played. This is the second form of the verb, and then your football. This is the written here. And after that, the negative sentence has come. The negative sentence formula we have to see: subject, then helping verb. There is only one helping verb. As we see in the present indefinite tense, there are do and does. But in this tense, only did. Did will be used with the singular subject, and did is also only used with the plural subject. Both singular and plural subject, both at the both position, we have to use only one helping verb, that will be did, and then not, then first form of the verb, then your object. At this point, you can ask a question: why in this tense you have find the first form of the verb? As positive sentence, there is a second form of the verb, because the helping verb has come in the second form. If the helping verb already has come in the second form, do is the first form and did is the second form. So did has come here as a helping verb. So there is no need to write the second form of the main verb, only helping verb can do work here. And after that, I played football, it will be I did not play football. It is so easy. After that, there is the interrogative sentence. First rule, as you know, if interrogative sentence we enter in any tense, then first of all we have to write the helping verb first of all in the sentence. After the subject, then verb, and after that you have to write your object. So helping verb, then subject, then first form of the verb, then your object. So did is the second form here. There is no need to write the principal verb or main verb into the second form. So it will be did I play football. This is also too much easy. And after that, interrogative second rule. Interrogative second rule, as we know, the question word has come. The question word. Why, when, how, where. These are the question word. Then first of all, we have to write here question word, and then all your formula of interrogative first rule we have to note down here. We have to write down. So question word, helping verb. Helping verb, as you know, did with the singular subject, with the plural subject for both situation, and after the subject, then first form of the verb, and then your object. Suppose that we have taken question word, when did I play football? So this is the too much easy, and we can make a practice about it. I played football. I did not play football. Did I play football? When did I play football? Such a sentence you can make. You can also stand. You can also stand in front of the mirror, in front of the casket, and then after you can repeat such a rule. Then after your hesitation of speaking, your hesitation for the writing will be improved. Your confidence level will be grow. So that's why this is your past indefinite tense. There is two characteristics: past habit and past action, and these are the sentences. Through these sentences we can revise it. And please subscribe my channel. Please subscribe my channel so that I can provide you such a whole English grammar like this, like a video I can provide you. And you have to subscribe my channel and like my videos. If you have found anything good or bad or any fault, you can also inbox me. Thank you.